I read recently that people sort of repeat the same thoughts in their mind over and over. People get comfortable in their patterns, and when they're changing up a community or changing a house, you're taking them out of what's familiar and you're throwing them into who knows what. That's not going to feel comfortable. And it's my job to help them say, this is going to be great. I'm looking for the moment that I feel myself when I'm in the right home. There's a rush. There's a connection. You just know that you feel right. For me, it doesn't matter if I'm representing a pre-war home or a modern home or a mid-century home. What I care about is finding the buyer that connects to the house. You know, when you've lived in a town for as many years as I've lived in the town, you get to know a lot of nooks and crannies. Getting to know a buyer is sort of a matchmaking game. Sometimes they know what they're looking for, but sometimes it's an exploration. I think that's what Greenwich excels at, that we're not one thing. It's a discovery process. Greenwich sees tradition as a foundation and a leaping off point, but we also recognize that we have to be relevant to today's buyers. One of the reasons why I love dance, it is the most intimate relationship where you're listening to the other person with your body and with just touch. Being that present to somebody is really translatable to everything else in your life. This isn't just an exercise, this is the real deal. And it is emotional, and I do carry that in my heart while I'm going through the process. Just getting people comfortable, putting options in front of them, and getting them to think through what might work best for them. It's a lot about knowing what questions to ask. My background is really heavily steeped in analysis and in business planning. But it's very much art and science. So I start in science, but then it's all my years of being in this community. This is a unique product, and the buyer pool is always changing. And therefore, my plan needs to change. I love educating people. If I have a willing ear, there's nothing more gratifying. This is an industry where you need to be on your toes. Problem solving quickly doesn't just happen overnight. It's something I've built over a number of years. It really begins with the relationships that I've developed. It's a collaboration with community. I won't put something on the market until it looks right. We have to make the rooms look as good as they can look, whatever that takes. But what's keeping me up at night is the clients that are not yet over the finish line. It's just the way I'm made, I think. I have this love, I can feel the soul of a home. I want to make sure you're really happy with where you live.